Another week.
Another week. No, it is
Insert
celebratory.
crying emoji here.
It is a celebratory one, but also, my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my
This
God.
week was crazy. It was crazy for me. It was
Ugh.
crazy in my personal life. It was crazy in my work life. One of you astrology bitches fucking tell me what's going on because
Uh-huh.
I am not her. I don't know what's happening, but I do know that it's been chaotic as fuck and I'm tired. I am tired.
Yeah. That's where that's my go-to thing too. What's happening in the stars? What's happening with the planets? Why? But then also like in the world, why?
Oh my
And can
God.
it just end? Can it be done?
I'm
Can it
begging.
can it go away?
I do know.
Melt?
We're gonna have to go protest against scary people
I was gonna
for it to be done.
Like, I know it's winter, but it has to melt. Like,
It
we're
has
done.
to melt.
It has to go away.
It's so true. Guys, if you're new here, my name's Destiny. I'm a lesbian tarot reading tired witch.
And I'm trying to think now for me. My name is Heidi. I'm a bilingual psychic medium who is also tired and mad.
You're a
And
psychic who's sick of it.
I'm a psychic who's sick of it. Thank you.
Yeah, we're fucking sick of this shit. If you don't know, now you know. But me and Heidi are, ooh, we are leftist. We are
I liked that. Ooh.
Athena. We're mad. We're mad from an ancestral place.
Yeah. So you were
Oh.
saying we're going to the protest here in Eugene,
Yeah, tomorrow is the blackout day, the
February 30th.
30th, and Heidi and I are both going. So while we're chatting today, I will be making my sign, okay? Thank you to my job. They contributed this cardboard from our Staples order unknowingly. And an N95.
I
Thank
love that.
you. So I got one of those. I don't know. I'm just getting ready. I did a tarot reading about it
Hmm.
because obviously, girl, I'm scared. Just because I'm going out there doesn't mean I feel like, oh yeah, this is gonna be so safe. I
Yeah.
have never brought an N95 to a protest because I don't usually go to high risk protests. I'll tell you that. I went to
Yeah.
No Kings. I went to a couple Black Lives Matter ones, but I was pretty certain that they were gonna be peaceful.
Yeah.
I am not certain that tomorrow's gonna be peaceful, and that
Yeah.
is scary. So obviously I read tarot about it. Hello, because that's what we fucking do around here. That's how
That's
we handle
right.
things in this household.
Hmm.
And also I did tarot in front of my partner so
Hmm.
that she can see too, because
Mm.
she's really worried.
Yeah.
And I used cards that were going to tell me a very clear message. I used the Fifth Spirit Tarot by Charlie Claire Burgess. I love
Which
them.
is that the one that's out of print that I asked you about?
The book is out of print, but the deck you can still get.
Okay. All right.
And they have two books. So their first book they don't print anymore, not that I found. But their second book, Radical Tarot, is still really good and I really recommend it. And we'll be talking about it later.
Okay.
Or I guess we're gonna be talking about it right now.
Yeah.
One leads into the next. Um, they are a Portland queer non-binary witch,
Hmm.
and their deck is just like very us. Like it's
Mm.
very you and your neighbors. It's very queer. It's very leftist. It's very radical, like the
Yeah.
name of their book,
It's in
Radical
the name.
Tarot.
Yeah.
So I pulled a spread seeing what it was going to look like. I used this deck because I knew it was going to be clear about this specific situation. I also used my paint chip oracle because
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like that is another one for me that just like is super clear. Not only because of the keywords, which the keywords eat, okay, they're
Mm-hmm.
really good and like impressive, honestly, and very clear.
Mm-hmm.
But the color story tells you so much about what's going to happen. It's literally like paint chips that I got from Home Depot. Of course, if I'm going to wipe a store out of paint chips, it's going to be the Trump supporting one. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
right.
you. That can be your reparations for today.
There you go.
So it's literally just a collection of bare paint chips that I put into a deck. I think I have like 130 different chips in there. Anyway, the message is very clear because the pictures of the color story is very clear and relays a very clear message along with the actual keywords. So I have keywords in there that are roulette, 100 miles per hour, extreme, dangerous. And if I saw those come out and my story was full of red and yellow, I would be a little more weary. I would maybe
Yeah.
go marching in the back.
Yeah.
Um, but it was a beautiful, calm, divinely placed and divinely timed spread. Like one of the keywords was divine wine. One of them was something to do with ancestors. Like the other one had to do with like a blank canvas. Like it was a really inspiring color story that came up.
Mm.
And then when I pulled for myself, I pulled a series of cards that were reassuring. Strength, Ten of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles. And then there was Eight of Swords and Seven of Wands. And those two screamed at me. And I took a picture of both of them because I was going to post about it on Instagram right then and there, a picture of this. They told a very clear story to me. And the Seven of Wands here is a wand, a chunky, chunky wand. In the
Mm.
middle, bandaged up with sprouting flowers and a little red lizard. And then there's all these torches on fire around
Mm-hmm.
the wand.
Mm-hmm.
And it just told me that those wands were us. The ones on fire, that is us. And we are going to grow through this. We are
Yeah.
meant to be here. We are meant to cut ourselves free from the illusion that there's nothing that we can do or that us showing up doesn't matter. Because here's the Eight of Swords,
I
scissors cut
can't.
through the blindfold. Usually it's somebody standing in the middle of eight swords surrounding them. This one is a pair
Oh.
of the scissors coming up and cutting the blindfold
Oh, I
that the original
see.
character is blindfolded from. Okay. And so I wrote that caption, I wrote it out, and then I was like, oh, I should like read a quote or add a quote from their book
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sure it's going to be good. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you know me in real life as a reader and we've talked for like more than an hour about tarot cumulatively, I'm bringing up Charlie Claire Burgess, like for real. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
so good. It was one of the first books that I read that really resonated with me, the one that's not in print anymore. And so I
Mm-hmm.
just knew they had something good to say about defending yourself, fighting in this time where you need to have your voice heard. But I thought it was going to be pretty generic. You know, if you look up the key words, like they say, like defend yourself,
Right.
defensiveness, protecting your position, whatever. So I knew it was going to be something along that lines. But listen to how exact it is.
I'm excited.
The Seven of Wands brings up the scorching territory of anger. This card can reference very real situations of having to fight for ourselves, for our rights, our safety, our people, our livelihood, our environment. Situations in which justified anger at being wronged can be a superpower that fuels our fight for what's right. This is the energy of protests, picket lines,
Mm.
polemics, and speeches that move the energy of a populace to stand up for change. This is the energy of the Stonewall riots and the silent, stubborn insistence of sit ins, reminding us that there are many avenues to channel our anger for change. When this card shows up in times of adversity, it supports us in standing our ground and fighting for what we believe in.
Wow. What the
Isn't
heck?
that crazy?
I love it. Wow.
So exact. Like it just said it right out loud. It
Yeah.
just
That's straight to the point.
absolutely nailed it. What more confirmation could you need, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was exactly what I needed to hear to know that the fight tomorrow is worth it. And
Right.
showing up, even when it's scary, is incredibly worth it. And it's what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what has saved us a million times over. So see the truth, speak the truth, be the truth. Tomorrow, I am going to be at the Eugene Federal Building with my little sign, and I'm going to be doing free protection spells for protesters.
Oh, I
Um,
love that idea.
I'm going to bring my protection oil. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
write on my little sign, protection spells for protesters. And I'm just going to go out there and pray over people. Say, may God be with you. May the spirit of our justice hungry ancestors
Yeah.
speak through us and
I
send them
hope to
our way.
I hope to find you. Or I hope not to find you in that. I hope there's so many people that I'll be like, where the heck is Destiny?
I'm going to be right by my work. I'm going to be in the Fifth Street alley. I'm
Okay.
going to be kitty corner to the courthouse, and I'm just literally going to stand there
Okay.
and do blessings for people all day and hold my sign.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of metaphysical community members are participating
Mm-hmm.
in the movement in one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so
Hmm.
I'm really just glad to see it, you know?
Yeah, that building. So there is I think it's and Oak and 7th or 8th. I don't know. But then yeah, I think it's diagonal to the federal building, where folks go through different processes. I was an advocate for DV SA survivors for a while in my career years ago. And I actually saw the place where folks sit while I almost want to say their fate is determined.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's as cold as you think it would be. It's a small, at least when I was there, it was a very small room. I just remember it being very white, bright walls, and there being one door where you came in, one door where you would go in to talk to whoever it was, the representative, and then maybe come back out that door, or maybe not. And so I was accompanying somebody who was going through immigration process there.
That
Um,
is horrible. What a horrible, I mean, important job to do for people that are
yeah,
empathetic, but oh God, that is so heavy.
it was, it was a difficult job. I'm very thankful for the experiences I had as an advocate, and I'm thankful for the people who are able to continue that work, because there are hard days. There are hard days, and there's days where you want to give up because you see what the justice system looks like from the inside. And
Yeah.
um, when you think about the word justice, what is justice? What justice means to you as the person who is seeking justice after being wronged. Justice is very different based on the laws and the systems that there are
Yeah.
in the United States and then in the states themselves. So it was very discouraging a lot of the times, but then it was very fulfilling to be able to um,
You're doing
be
like work that matters. You're not just like a corporate number.
exactly for doing that work that you're passionate about, but also that it makes a difference, even though the justice may not be the justice that you and the person you're working with would like to see or would like to have happen. At the end of the day, having someone there next to you, having someone there advocate for you, having someone there who knows a little bit about how these systems work and what to do, where to go, who to talk to. I mean, that in itself is very important for folks to feel supported. And that's kind of what I think about these protests too, is that because a lot of people are like, protests don't matter, right?
Yeah.
In the idea of you can go show up and it really doesn't matter. Um, what matters is how you vote, what matters is who you give your money to, what matter, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
while I agree with that to a certain extent, I also view this protest as being that advocate again,
Yes.
right? Where you're like, you're not alone. I'm showing up because I want to say my neighbor to my neighbor, you are not alone. I'm
Mm-hmm.
showing up because I want to tell my community, you are not alone. All of these people are showing up because it has to change. It has to change. It can't keep going this way. And let me plug this real quick too. I when I was thinking about how else I could show up or support um, uh, the change, I guess is what I'm going to call it. Um, uh, I was thinking I can still charge for readings, for mediumship readings, but that 100% of those proceeds are going to go to ACLU. Um, and I still don't have the dates. I will have the dates soon. I'll put them out on Instagram and Facebook and all of that. But that's the way I feel like I can give in providing a service that is hopeful, helpful, healing to the sitter, the person seeking a reading, but then also that healing, that hopefulness is also being cycled into the organization that is helping others. That's that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it goes well.
I think that will go well, and I think that's so inspiring of you to do. I love that. I love
Thank
that.
you.
Real witches are political, bitches. If your witch isn't political, you need to find a new one. Just saying.
Yeah.
Um, I'm with you. It is important to show up and like show your community members that you are there fighting alongside them because I always think of like the if 5 million people said that they didn't matter if they showed up, 5 million people wouldn't have shown up.
Mm,
I think that's super true and I do a lot of talk on social media that like girl, you got to walk the walk. Like this is how
mm-hmm,
real changes happened. It's how it's happened for millennia. Change is never just handed out to the oppressed. Like it's always demanded, and that's
mm-hmm.
what's been proven time and time again.
Right.
Um, I I gotta go out there and demand it too, you know. Um, doing magic to corroborate that same belief um, aligns with what I'm doing here in the physical world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And not to totally change the subject, but also it's kind of around the same thing. Um, just something that popped into my head was this question of does do spirits have political beliefs on the other side or political views on the other side?
I think that spirits have very like humanist views. I think they probably think that we're silly.
Yeah.
for fighting, but I think also it's silly for people to be abusing us. Yeah, I think they would want us to be like standing up for our neighbors, so I'm not sure that they would prefer it be this way, you know?
Right. I and
This is a
so
very worldly experience we're having here.
yes. And like we talked about in our last podcast, it's not new to the United States or anything like that. But I think that you're right. I had this experience I can't believe it's only been like a year that Trump's been in office.
Oh my God, I know. I made this affirmation post,
Hmm.
and I went to go like share the affirmations on there, and I was
Hmm.
like, a year? This was posted 1 year ago. I can't even deal with that.
Yeah. It's it doesn't feel like a year, it feels like a million years. And we're all pretty exhausted. And I know that that's what this administration wants. This administration wants us to be exhausted mentally, physically, emotionally. And I think that's part of the showing up for each other in that it's like, man, you're not alone. I'm with you and I feel the same way, but we showed up. We're here, we showed up. Um, but all that to say that last November, I actually had an interesting experience because somebody asked me as a psychic medium, do spirits take sides or have political beliefs or whatever? And I was like, you know what? Actually, no one has come through with having to say something about politics. Um, but then later that evening, I was doing a reading and a loved one came through for her. And it was interesting because he did bring up politics, but not in the way that we would.
What do
You
you
know what I
mean?
mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
Based on my experiences as a medium, my belief is that once we transition, are on the other side, our minds have expanded, right? Our human ego goes out the back door. Like we still have parts of our personality that come through in readings for our loved ones to know that we're still there, but our ego is bye bye.
Right.
Um, and so I believe it was right after the elections or something like that. And what the dad showed me was this lotus flower, this lotus looking flower. And but the petals were all mirrored, like petals made out of mirrors, right? And then there was a candle in the middle. What he was trying to say is that that one candle, if you keep bright, if you keep your light going, it's going to reflect, like it's going to affect the other things around you, people around you, because the candle was mirrored in each of the petals. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I completely get what I'm saying. I'm following you.
Okay, because, and I think I wrote about it in a journal, but essentially it was like you carry, and this was encouragement um, for their loved one, right? They didn't, they weren't saying, "Oh, I hate that guy." Oh, because I feel like if that was coming through, one, I feel like that would be me. I'm not stepping aside and letting spirit speak because that is my belief system coming through. And therefore, I'm interpreting it in the way that I, Heidi, human being, human ego, would interpret it. So, because I put that aside, the way it felt was more of an encouragement to keep going, to keep your light, to keep your flame on, to have you, to be the brightest candle, because when you are bright, when you have your light flame going, you are able to help light others. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I agree with you that like that is the bigger, like the main message. Like it has more to do with like how you interact with your community and like what place going to protest comes from versus an actual political side. Now, do I think that if my grandpa were here that he would fucking hate this regime?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
But overall, this is such an insignificant little blip on Earth. We are just
Mm-hmm.
learning how to show up as souls, and that's what we're here to do, right? Show up in a
Yeah.
way that supports the people around us through their journeys. And this is the way that our community demands right now, you know?
Right. Right.
Here's my progress.
Let's see. I love it. Yes.
I like a sign that's plain and bold. I'm not, I don't like the like whole thing. What does that say? You have to read it, get up close.
I
I'm a
I
no kings. Ice out. Black Lives Matter.
I'm the
Free
same way.
Palestine. Like two
I
words.
I am that person, and I apologize if you have been holding a sign and I'm squinting as I'm driving by, because I want to read what your sign says, but also I have to move along because it's a green light. And so I look at the I look at the other signs that are very short, because I'm like, wait, who am I supporting here? Because this could be the others.
You gotta do your due diligence and check. You
Yeah.
gotta check these days. It could
So
be a
you're
fucking fetus on there and it's saying
oh my
fingernails
God.
at 9 weeks.
God, that's awful. But if I saw your sign amongst the signs that have lots of words, I'd be like, oh, okay, here, honk honk.
Honk,
Yeah.
bitch. And then I think I'm gonna do, I don't know, free protection spell on these little flaps.
Can you
I don't know. I don't know how to
probably on the bottom?
like right here.
Yeah, that's where I would put it.
Peace out, bitch. Get the fuck
Mm-hmm.
out of our community.
Something else I was gonna bring up. I forget. It'll come back. You go ahead.
I don't really have anything else.
I know, right?
I think that's it.
That's all
Show
we
up for your
got.
community. We gotta fight our way out of this, people. 1 week at a time.
Yes. And you know, there are some folks that have to go to work because
Oh yeah,
they've
there's other ways
been,
to join the fight, guys. You
yes,
don't have to be out there protesting. Don't feel bad.
yes. And there are other businesses that are in support of the blackout.
Shout out Community Cup. Shout out Bewitched Oddities.
Yes. But because they're local, they can't afford necessarily to close their doors.
Yeah.
And so what they're doing is they're not doing credit card transactions. Um, it's cash only,
Mm.
because it's when you're using your credit card that um, it supports, you know,
Yeah, the
the
banks and whatever, the
hmm
stock market, however that shit
and
works.
just don't go to big corporations, go local. If you need something, if it's a pharmaceutical thing, medicine, things like that, Hiram's is local. So anyway.
Be safe while you protest. Do your part in caring for your community. And also make sure you're doing your part caring for yourself so you can keep showing up.
That's right.
Anyway, fight the good fight, people. We're praying for you.
And maybe we'll see you there.
And maybe we'll see you there. See you next week, bitches.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, we didn't do our vessels in between.
And remember, you
You
are
are
the
the
vessel
vessel
in
in
between.
between.
Okay, now
Bye.
bye.
For real, bye. Okay, let me stop recording.